Yeah, hi everybody, Ryan back with you here again today at home in Northeast Ohio. Delivered that load over to Towanda, Pennsylvania there off of, not too far off I-86, right there at the New York, Pennsylvania border. But I want to talk to y'all about the Mercer inspection sites and a couple of little things I want to throw in there with that. I put out another video on Mercer last week or something. Got up this morning, I was going through all my comments. I was a couple days behind, so apologize for that to everybody that posted comments. Like I said, sometimes we get busy and all that. I get a little bit behind on them. It's kind of like doing homework. So I got caught up on those, and shortly after I got kind of a nasty comment. I guess somebody that's at Mercer, and he didn't like the video, and that's fine, but it was kind of, I try to keep things clean and professional, and I thought it was kind of a little bit over the top or over the line, so I took it off, but I wanted to reply to that. Basically, the gentleman said that you know, I was full of you know what, you know, and that Mercer should sue me because I'm lying and all this, and basically about the inspection. There's all these inspection sites, and I'm going to show you. I'm on the Mercer Town website here on my phone. I've got all the inspection sites up. They basically have 57 sites across you know, the 48 here. Some of the states don't have any. Most of the sites are across the Mississippi River, so I don't know, maybe this gentleman has never been across the Mississippi River like I do. You know, I go everywhere, and possibly maybe he's one of the guys that likes to drop the trailers for somebody else to deal with it, never does inspections. So, but I just want to go over that, and like I said, I like to keep things clean and professional. You know, I try to stick to the facts as much as possible. I give my opinion on places I've been and what I think about it. And I mean, there's no right or no wrong. I mean, some things it's just based on personality, how you like to run your business. And some places it just doesn't work for me. I like where I'm at. I'm not a recruiter. I don't try. I'm not. I mean, I talk to a lot of guys. You know, our information's on the about page. There's several guys that I talk to on the phone, and you know, asking me about different things and that. And I'll tell people, I mean, maybe the Snyder thing would be better for you. Maybe Mercer, they're not a terrible company. Maybe that's better for you. But for me, it's just not the way I like, for my personality and the way I like to run my business. It's just, it just don't work, you know, the way I like to do things. But so that's pretty much that. I mean, like I said, I like to help people. I like to see people succeed in this. I don't hide anything, as you see. But there's a lot of people out there that say, oh, I'm making $25,000 a month, you know, doing dropping hooks 600 miles a day in Texas. And I was like, okay, well, show us the proof then. If that's the truth, then, you know, what are you hiding? You know, and that's why I show what I do. I mean, I'm not, some days I have bad weeks, some days I have good weeks. It's all, and it all works out in the end. I think I make the money that I want to make. And I'm proud of that fact. And I think the strategy that I take works for me, and where I'm at works for me. And that's, you know, like I said, there's people that ask me, and I'll tell them that this someplace else might be better for you with what you want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to show you those sites on here for people maybe looking to go over there to Mercer, or people that think that I'm not being honest, basically. So we'll go ahead and show you that on here. And like I said, there's 57 sites. So this is the Mercer Town website. This is their official site. This is all the inspection locations. Most of these places are mom and pops. There are a couple TAs and stuff like that on here. But really, I mean, and Mercer's like a 9 to 5 company. I'm telling you, like, that's one thing I didn't like about it over there, is that at nighttime, if you're running nights, weekends, and holidays, you're on your own. I mean, there was times where I had to pay for tires because I couldn't get a hold of nobody, because their phones go to a answering service like after 2 a.m. or something at nights, and that's, you know, I'm that type of guy. I run nights, I run holidays, run weekends, so it's just not a good fit for me. But we'll go on with the sites here. So most of the states that have multiple sites are either, you know, Texas is a huge state. It's the biggest state in the lower 48, obviously. It's 875 miles long, I believe, across I-10. But so it's a big state, and there's going to be more sites, and there's a lot of people down there. But most of the ones that have multiple sites per state, they're east of the Mississippi, excluding Texas. So we'll start. Alabama's got 2, Arkansas's got 2, Arizona's 1, California's got 2, and these are both little places. And you think about, California is the second biggest state. It's bigger than Montana. It's right behind Texas. It's 1,000 miles long almost from one end to the other. So you got one in Fontana down by Los Angeles, and you got one up in Stockton. Up by, you know, closer to the Bay Area. That's it. So I mean, if you're, it's To me, it's just a hassle. You got 1 in Colorado at the TA. You got 3 in Florida. Looks like 2 or 3 there in Georgia. You got 1 in Iowa, 1 in Idaho, 1 in Illinois, down in Effingham. So there's not even 1 in the Chicago area. Lake Station, that's a little bit, in Indiana, that's a little bit closer to Chicago, but if you're up on, you know, the northwest side, I mean, there's nothing over there. Kentucky, they've got 3, including their site. Kansas, 1. Louisiana, 1. Maine, 1. Maryland, 1. Michigan's 2. Missouri's 1. Nebraska's another big state, 1. New Hampshire, 1. New Mexico, big state, 1. That's out in Tucumcari. You know, that's over closer to Texas off of 40. So it's not even close to like Albuquerque or nothing like that. New York's 2. North Carolina's 1. Ohio's got 3 or 4, but you know, kind of Ohio's a big, a lot of trucks. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can go through Ohio. A lot of trucks coming through. Oklahoma's 2. Oregon's another big state. I think Oregon might be the 4th or 5th biggest state, and that doesn't have any. Pennsylvania's got 1, 2 or 3 there. South Carolina 1. South Dakota's 2. Tennessee's 1. Tennessee's a really long state. And like I said, Texas has like 5 or 5. Utah 1. Virginia 2. Washington 1. West Virginia 1. And Wisconsin has 2. And that's it. So there's, I think I counted there was 57. So it's just inconvenient for me, and for the way for the schedule I run. It's just annoying, especially when you got guys that run these trailers. Oh, it's up for inspection. I'm gonna go get rid of it. So you go pick it up, and like I said, I'm already booked out for a week, 2 weeks, and you know, and sometimes you just don't have the option to run. I mean, with your loads, what am I gonna do? Cancel you know, a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 load so I can go get an inspection on a trailer? And the most frustrating part is you're paying for this trailer there. You're paying, it's like $640 a month, give or take, for this trailer. Then if you run over 7,700 miles, it's an additional 3 cents a mile. And me personally, I usually run 10 to 12,000 a month. So there's an extra, you know, 3,000 miles over. That's almost an extra $100 on that. And you don't have any choice. You have to get them greased every 2 months. So in inspection, 6 months. But like I said, I didn't do a lot of dropping hooks at Mercer, but every single time I did, that trailer was out of service basically. Then I'm the one who has to go get it done, or I get put out of service where I can't even book loads. So it's that was just, like I said, a frustration. It's just not the way I like doing business. And I mean, I'm not saying they're a terrible company. I mean, there's a lot of guys that like it there, a lot of diehard Mercer guys, and that's fine. I'm not trying to bring anybody over. I mean, just I just telling people about my experience and things I didn't like about it. There's things I do like about the place. You know, getting paid after each load was really nice. But that was probably the biggest thing I liked there. But anyways, I'm not going to keep rambling here about all that. But I just want to go over the inspection sites and kind of tell you, like I said, I like to keep it clean with everything on here. If there are any nasty comments, you know, with the cussing and all that and profanity, I will delete them. Because it's just that's not what we're about here. You know, we try to be all inclusive with everybody. We don't get into all the politics, and I don't really. That's not what we're about here. We're about trucking, farming, and you know, how to make money, and you know, kind of getting ourselves on the right track. I mean, we're almost where we want to be, and you can do it out here if you do it smartly and you're at the right place. That works for you. So that's just. Basically what I wanted to go over with y'all, and we'll kind of leave it at that. I got a couple more good videos coming out. So I'm at home right now. Probably stay home for the rest of the week. I got to search out looking for another West Coast load. So I'm not, and that's one of the reasons I like to keep my fixed costs and all that low, is because it gives you a lot more flexibility. Like, there's no pressure for me to take a load just to get out of the house to make a payment or something. The last week and a half, I mean, we'll do a settlement update tomorrow. That's when I got coming out. And I think I'm before a truck payment. I mean, already taken out my fuel and everything for basically a week and a half, of which I was home Saturday and Sunday of that. Probably going to be a little over $5,000 to the truck even after fuel, I think, when I was kind of running the numbers in my head. So that puts you in a good position where you can sit there and wait for that good load, where you're not, you feel like you have to grab something just to get out of the house and get back on the road. I'm not, like I said, it's Tuesday here, and if I don't leave till next Tuesday, I'm not really worried about it, you know, because we're in a pretty good position on our fixed cost and all that. And the way Mercer is geared, I'm not paying, I don't have a $150, $175 trailer payment that's going to be coming out every week, or not every week, but they'll take it out of your next, the way they do it time-based, they'll take that out of your next settlement, but it works out to almost $175 a week. And I don't have to worry about that racking up. So it's low cost and all that. But so I got that settlement video coming out tomorrow on those loads that Tripoli just did. I'm doing a service on the tri-pack. I'm going to show you all how you can service your tri-pack, oil filters, oil, fuel filters, and even the air filter on the engine and the cabin air filter for the tri-pack. You can do all that for about $50 in about 30 minutes of your time. So I've heard at the dealers, Thermo King and all that, it can be $300, $400, $500 to do that same service. So I'm going to show you all that this week. And what else do I have? I've had a lot of questions about the Landstar fuel card. I'm going to do a video on that today. It'll either be out today or hopefully tomorrow. Show you all the discounts and all the features of that card and how the pre-trip advances work. It's not really like a cash advance. There's no interest. There's just a fee to load the card. And you have to, in order to get the discounts, which the discounts are one of the biggest advantages of being at Landstar, you have to use that card. So if you want to use your own fuel card or something, unless you're getting like 50 cents or, you know, or even some places I've gotten $1 off per gallon off the pump price with that Landstar card. So I'm going to get into that in their next video. And then, like I said, we got the settlement coming up and that tri-pack video, and we should have all those out this week. So appreciate the views and the comments, compliments. Hit us the thumbs up on there if you like the video, and subscribe. And like I said, we appreciate all the support out there. So stay safe, and we'll see y'all next time.